y'all for tuning in to another episode of Talk is Cheap with Kiana J. I am your host. Can you hear me, son? Because I don't feel like I can hear myself. I am your host. Am I extra loud? Okay. I'm your host, Kiana J., and I'm here with my co-host, Treese Marie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Me too. It's still working. And then, why do we have y'all have anything going? Y'all have to turn y'all volume down.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I have my guest, which is my family. My cousin Tyler and my cousin Melissa. Melissa is my cousin by marriage, but Tyler is my first blood cousin. Hi, family.
Hey.
What's going on? So, I don't know if y'all drinking or anything, but you know, we usually do liquor and stuff like that.
Yeah, we got a little champagne going.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
All right. Y'all watch the show.
Oh, they fancy.
Oh, yeah.
Champagne.
We tune in.
So I want to do this show with you guys because simple fact is y'all are a young newlywed couple, and there's not too many people out there that's young and married. And all in 1 year, y'all got married, which kind of shocked us because we wanted to be there, the family. But
Corona. We don't even have a family.
But then also, y'all had a baby.
We had 4 people present.
All in that year.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about all that because the newlywed stage is very important in a marriage, and a lot of people tell me like the first year is the hardest year. So when you throw a baby in there, it kind of takes it to another level. So we want to talk about that also. So let's get started. Let me get my wine together. I just got off the expressway from Ebony House, just to let y'all know. Like,
okay.
I'm literally running in here.
Right, you right on time.
Right. But I'll see y'all next weekend at the graduation party. Oh, yeah, I won't be at work next week. Oh, we'll talk about that off class. Okay, so let's get started. Treese, I don't know if y'all ever met Treese before. Have y'all ever met Treese before?
I think I met her at your birthday, your surprise birthday party.
Okay.
I think that's why I
We
said
sure did.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so-
I was super pregnant, so I was at home. I didn't make it to that one.
Yeah. He said sorry to hear that. Okay. So let's start. Let's start with the ages. How old are you guys?
So I'm 22. We got married when I was 21.
And I'm 26. Yeah, 26.
Tyler, you that old? I didn't know you was.
Yeah, I just turned 26 in December.
I just remember when I used to babysit you. That's all. That's just
Right. Yeah. The good days. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm very old. I'm almost double his age. I'm the oldest cousin. Like,
Yeah.
I babysitted everybody.
Well, after Sean, you the second.
After
ain't you?
Sean,
You the second.
but I was
Yeah.
the one that had to babysit everybody.
Right, yeah. Right, yep. She done had a part babysitting everybody.
Okay, so y'all very young in marriage. How long did y'all date before y'all got married?
I'd say it was a good 3.5 years, just about.
3.5?
Oh, that's a good.
That's a good.
amount. By the time
that's a good. So it wasn't no 5 to 10 year engagement.
No, see, I used to say that's how long I wanted to wait, but I figured, why wait? That's how I figured. Why wait? Shit, anything could happen. Anything could happen.
I agree. Anything could happen.
Yeah. Oh, it's kind of rare to see, young people, especially in this day and age, because everybody just casually dating or casually having sex. it's hard to see that in a relationship of somebody at y'all age wanting to get married. You know,
That's definitely true, but this is the age, our grandparents got married. So in a sense, it is normal. It's just, what's been going on in the dating pool these days makes it seem like it's unnormal, unheard of, but
I feel like you gotta just, we two people who we know what we knew what we wanted.
Yeah, when she said our grandparents, well, me and Tyler's grandmother,
a lot of people they know what they want to do in life, want to be in life. So I feel like you just gotta know what you want.
Right. I said me and Tyler's grandmother, on our mom's side, she was married a couple times.
Right. Well, like 4, 5. Yeah. She did a thing. Yeah, grandma did a thing.
But look, we get it from her. Look, I'm sorry.
I have a question. Were you guys planning on getting married before COVID hit, or after?
It was the plan was to wait a year. I wanted to actually wait a year, be engaged for a year and get married after COVID, but we didn't really know when COVID was be over. You feel me? So we just, I decided, why wait? And we got married last October, so we didn't know when it was gonna end, especially last year.
Yeah, he came into the group talking about we married. I'm a little married. Wait a minute.
No, because I've seen a lot of couples. They said it played the factor.
We just went ahead and did it.
Like just go ahead and just getting married instead of waiting because they didn't know what the outcome was gonna be.
Right.
With everything going on, everybody acting all crazy. I was like, you'll never know what can happen. So why wait until next year? Somebody, we may not even be here next year. That's how I was looking at it last year.
Okay, so where I wanted to go with this was because I know a lot of people in tradition, and we're not a traditional family as usual.
Right.
Again, y'all had a baby in y'all newlywed stage. So was you pregnant before y'all got married?
Did we what?
I didn't hear you.
Was you pregnant before you got married?
I was pregnant before we got married.
Okay. Yeah. So
I was maybe like 3 months? 3 months pregnant?
Yeah, you were like she was like 4, 5.
Oh, maybe
because she was really showing. So yeah, like 4, 5.
She was like, "Well, I don't really know, but I know I was." What?
Yeah, but I definitely wanted to be married before the kid got here. I had one kid prior, so I just definitely told myself I wanted to be married. The next one, I'm marrying their mama. Like that was just end of it.
The basically is I want to. I have. Is that there? Yeah. All right, turn that, y'all. I know y'all trying to hear, but it's kind of like the radio. You gotta turn it down.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Turn down a little more.
I hear y'all feedback. So basically, what I want to know y'all dated for 3.5 years. Usually, they say in the beginning if she's the one. And did y'all know in the beginning that y'all was gonna end up together? The baby, y'all baby crying.
The baby crying.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta go get the baby.
Yeah. Basically, we didn't. I'll speak from my end. I didn't know. No, I definitely didn't know because when we first met, it was kind of like she slid into my DMs.
Really?
So it was cool.
And
then we kind of, we fell off for a minute. What'd you say?
Let's go there. Let's go there. Okay.
All right.
Because I am so skeptical of the DM thing.
Yeah, I'm over it.
And y'all the second couple that I had on this show that said they met through DMs.
Yeah. Shit, we in a new age. That's how we meet nowadays. Yeah.
That's how you meet people.
So yeah, she slid into my DMs one day. Actually, we added me, liked a few pictures. I like to come better. I'm getting a DM. Hey, what's up? We talk for a little bit. Couple weeks go by, we meet. We kicked it for a few months. Kind of went our separate ways and came back. But yeah, she was definitely she initiated it, definitely.
And okay, let's go here because I need to know. Okay. With her initially, because a lot of men don't like a woman to initiate. A lot of men like to chase a woman. What made you respond back to her DM? Because I know she ain't probably was the only one in your DM.
Oh shit, hold on. So
Hello?
basically, I think it was just I like the fact that she knew what she wanted. She wasn't didn't hesitate. You know, a lot of people, a lot of women, they'll play the games and do the little messages and want you to chase them. But I do a little bit of chasing, but I don't know. I kind of like that straight to the point. Tell me what you want, tell me what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like. Get that out the way. Then we do everything. Progress faster. I feel like she was definitely. I definitely knew she knew what she wanted. So.
Yeah, I kind of figured that because I had put a post up as this married couple, and they was like, yeah, he was like, I'm glad she answered her DM, and she was like, I'm glad I answered mine.
Yeah, I saw that.
But I'm like, shoot, my DM messed up because I tried that once. Me and him cool, but it is what it is.
Well, I had an 8-year relationship off the DM.
You did? Was that
The engagement? Yeah.
The engagement?
We met on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. See Facebook. What happened?
Yeah, it just didn't work.
Man, y'all put in a lot of time. That's a lot of time.
8 years. That's what I'm saying. And that's another thing. A lot of times engagements and dating last too long for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like me.
I learned though. I learned from that.
Oh yeah, you definitely
I'm
learned.
glad it happened.
I feel like at year 4, if it's being talked about and all that, you kind of know if you don't know by the end, then it ain't gonna happen. That's how I look at it. Being a man, me personally, if it didn't happen, if I didn't know for sure and was ready to pull the trigger within like 5 years, it ain't.
See, mine took so long
It never gonna happen.
I think like year 4, I ended up getting laid off. I broke my ankle. Like it was a whole bunch of financially we couldn't do it. So
Okay, right.
Then the relationship kind of went downhill. You try to build it back up. So then,
but ain't that the time y'all should know if y'all want to be together when stuff
yeah, we were still together. We just
we just. But see that she learned that they wasn't gonna be able to work through that and come back. So it's kind of like yeah.
So then when we figured okay, let's try to do it again, then that's when the stuff with my mom and all that happened, and then that's when I realized I don't want it.
Oh,
so why get married if a year or two you gonna go get a divorce or something, or somebody gonna get cheated on? I'm cool on it. Not about to waste my time.
I was trying to wait till Melissa get back to ask this question, but I know she tended to the baby because the thing about it is y'all being newlyweds then y'all had a baby. Y'all didn't even get to spend the newlywed time that y'all was supposed to spend together.
Right. Yeah, it definitely do throw things off a little bit.
And then you got another son. The baby is her first child. You have another son. So with that being said, she adopted, you can say, another child on top of the child y'all just had, and y'all child, your son is a toddler.
Yeah, he too. He running around now.
How was that weigh in on the marriage in the beginning stage? Is it kind of, be honest, because it was a no holds barred?
Oh yeah. Well, she kind of in the beginning when she first found, he was born at the end of 2018. So, and we didn't get married till end of 2020. So basically, it was like a year. He was over a year. So by the end, start to love him and stuff like that. So I feel like if you want to be with that person, I was used to be the type to say if somebody got kids and I don't got kids, I can't be with you. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I wanted that person to be my first, and so I wouldn't have blamed her if she would have just, said, hey, I'm good, because I felt the same way. But she, I guess she saw something in me.
The
That's true love right there.
that is. My thing is, I I love Melissa. I think she's so pretty to me. I love her hair. I love her lips. I just love her. Damn near, yes, I love her. Like she has this natural beauty to her. Like
Right, yeah. She don't
you
wear
know
no
what I'm
makeup.
saying?
Really.
Like
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
a woman that has a natural beauty. You know, like
Yeah. That was a big thing for me too.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's just she's just naturally pretty. You know,
Yeah.
and for by her to be a Jamaican, you know,
Yeah. You see the flag?
yeah, no, but I learned today that she was Jamaican because I was talking to Ebony and them, telling them y'all was gonna be on the show today.
Oh yeah,
So,
okay.
And they was telling me that I was like, I didn't know she was Jamaican. Like I did
Yeah,
not know that.
Yeah, she lived in Jamaica for like the first 5 years of her life, and then moved to Miami,
Mm-hmm.
and then moved out. And then when she was like 6, moved out to Chicago, the suburbs.
I dated a Jamaican man, and I passed. Maybe the women are
Yeah, I heard something about them Jamaican dudes.
maybe,
Though.
I was
I
gonna
heard
say
say
maybe the
something
women
else.
are different, but the men, no, thank you.
I hear that. She even say that. Yeah,
See,
I hear that.
I think that's why they like the American man. I
Right,
wouldn't date
right.
Jamaican because they
That's
crazy.
probably true. Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but
They crazy. They probably take you out. I don't know.
Right.
Y'all, I don't know when the first time I met Melissa, but you had brought her around.
I ain't hear you because I went out.
Huh?
You kind of went in and out.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, I hear you
Yeah.
now.
I said I don't know when the first time I met Melissa, but when you brought her around, she gravitated. You know, our family is hard sometimes with new people. What made you?
I feel like y'all pretty easy. Y'all
What?
pretty easy.
What made you decide to bring her around? Because you know we be questioning and doing all that stuff. What made you say, okay, it's time for you to come around my whole family? Because you know we could be a handful of stuff, especially me.
Well, I feel like I needed y'all opinion. You feel me? I need to. If she ain't gonna vibe with the family, she got to be able to, have the same vibe as the family. Because when we get together, it's always a good time. So if she can't get in the mix and have a good time too, then it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, we always, when we get together, we turn the fuck up. And she
Oh, yeah.
blended right in. It was just like,
Oh yeah, don't waste no time.
Melissa, you was gone with the baby. So, I was asking him because we had went into how y'all met, which is the DM. That's why you put that comment on my page.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes you got to make the first move or you miss your beat. Big time.
okay.
I said that I did. But it didn't work. But he was out of state.
That happens
Hey,
too, everybody.
He lived out of state, but it is what it is. But when you hit him in his DM and he responded back, how long did y'all before y'all actually meet up after the initial contact?
I'm sorry, I missed your question.
I said how long it was before y'all met up from the initial contact in the DM.
You know what? That was back then. I felt I was a hot girl. I felt like if I want him, I gotta hit him up. I gotta go get him. So it was maybe like a couple weeks we met up. I said, he's handsome, he's fine, he dresses nice. What's to him? I had to know.
Like, okay, so let's go here. You was scrolling on Instagram, right?
Wait,
You went out.
I
our
said
Wi-Fi kind of weak.
you was strolling on what was it, Facebook or Instagram?
It was Facebook. I was looking at my my people you may know, and
Okay.
he popped up, and I said, I don't know him, and he's fine. Let me know him. And I added him, and then he added me back, and it was probably maybe a few days we didn't interact at all, and I was like, to me, adding him was shooting my shot.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong
So I'm like, okay, I actually have to go, really get his attention. So I'm like, let me like a few pictures. Still nothing. He didn't message me.
Really?
He didn't, he just liked a few back. And I'm like, wow,
Yeah,
I have to do,
cool.
yeah, like who he think he is?
You can't be thirsty. You feel me? You gotta let him know. You know, I see you.
Shoot, he was.
But I ain't gonna respond.
And so finally I messaged him. Now I don't remember what it was, and it was so long ago, but it was maybe something along the lines of just like, hey, or maybe I like spun it and was like, I don't know, I added him just to get him to talk to me, but something along those lines. And we talked for a little bit. I was like, okay, he's cool. He's from the city, blah, blah, blah. I said, this might be the one. Like, let me see what's to him. And so, about 2 weeks later, I met up with him and we had a good time. He was fun in person, not just on the internet, and he was one of those people who, don't really share much. So I really couldn't get
Tyler's
too big
quiet.
of a,
He always been that way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I keep it to myself.
My thing, because how did y'all know each other was single? Like a lot of men be on social media be talking about they single or not single. How did y'all know each other was really single? Because a lot of people be on Facebook and don't be single.
You know what? I guess looking back, we really.
No, we didn't know. Nobody knew. It was just
y'all just going with the flow.
Yeah, just going with the flow. Yeah.
I
feel like in the beginning, especially because we were younger, I was like 21.
Right,
and
right.
I was, I just got my new car and everything. So I'm like, I'm just trying to, have some fun, fill out. It wasn't no pressure. You feel me? So I feel like it wasn't no pressure either way. If we had something going on, it was kind of like we was cool.
Yeah.
So how long did it take y'all to have sex?
You know what?
So what?
It wasn't that long. It wasn't that long. We were young, like we were young.
We young.
I wasn't looking at him like, okay, this is gonna be my husband. I'm gonna fall in love with him.
It was like a week or less. It was like a week or less. Maybe like
a week or less.
Yeah, a week or less. Yeah.
Hey,
shit, I ain't no shame in it. We married now, shit.
Yeah, y'all married now.
That's
what I'm saying. Y'all married now.
No, because it be women saying like, "Oh, I have to wait 3 months or whatever."
Right.
No, I think that's stupid. I think that's stupid, honestly, because hey, people believe what they want to believe. How they feel about themselves, but it's like, for one, why would you want to wait 6 months? For one, what
she said 3.
I know 3. 3. Okay, 3 is not that bad, but.
Tree said she is.
Sometimes it's like, damn, I waited this long and like I really don't vibe with this person like that,
right?
Or I wasn't really comfortable with them like that, And if something is gonna go any further, you kind of know right away. You know if you're attracted to this person.
That's what I said. Like, it shouldn't take that long for you to know if you like somebody.
Right.
And that's the thing. And a lot of things here is like, if you give it up too soon, you a hoe.
Right.
But we can
connect.
It just
on a mental level, but
it depends. It depends on the situation. It depends on.
No, I don't want to be with you in the sexes. No.
Yeah, it just depends on the type of dude. How you look at that. How you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we got the love and the met part. So let's go into, when did you know you want to pop the question? Who popped the question? Let's start there.
Me.
It wasn't me.
Me, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you? It's 2 questions. When did you pop the question, and when did you know you want to pop the question?
Okay. When did I think it was in August, like the middle of August. I don't remember the exact date, but it was the middle of August. And when did I know? I had bought the ring. I didn't plan on giving the ring, doing it. I didn't plan on doing it as fast as I did. I only had the ring for like maybe a month or less, probably less than a month. And so I didn't plan on doing that. I was just holding it, and I drove around with it. I always had it with me, and
How long did you have a ring?
for real, it stayed in my bag with me.
Was you scared? Like when?
No,
Why did you have a ring so long?
No, it's just because I saw the ring, and it was I'm a cost efficient guy. It was a real nice ring for a good price. So I'm like, man, let me just buy this. I knew at that point I wanted to pop the question, but I wasn't planning on doing it for at least a few more, like 6 months to a year.
So you had the ring that long
before Corona started.
Oh, okay. So you had the ring that long.
Yeah. So I had the ring. Actually, yeah. Matter of fact, I had the ring for a while now. I think about it.
So you knew that you was gonna.
Yeah, but I knew basically by like once I seen she really accepted my son and treated him like he was hers. Then I'm like, okay, ain't no point in playing with it. I want a family.
That's
she real. So I'm like, I ain't gonna play with it. I know what I got.
That's the thing. Like when you have kids involved, you have to make sure that person that you with vibe with these kids. And a lot of times people get into relationship with people that don't vibe with their children.
Exactly. Your kids is like everything, a big part of the relationship.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a blessing. And so
it took a while, It took a while to get used to them and get comfortable because the way it happened, we was kind of still seeing each other at the time. So
especially because she ain't have any children.
She didn't.
Exactly, and on top, exactly. So it was kind of rough. So if she would have hit the door, I would have been fine. I understood. But she stuck around and like she a real one. She's solid for real. There's somebody who got my back for real.
And that's a blessing because it's really hard to find people out here like that.
Right,
and
yeah.
You know me. I don't get close. I always say this to y'all because I'm a protector of my family, especially the men's. I don't get close to y'all women just in case we have to go there, But Melissa is kind of different. You know what I'm saying? It was just like she gravitated right in and you married her and it was just like cousin. Right.
Right.
So it was just like, okay, like she was born here. Like she was supposed to be here. So you did pick a good one. I like her. And everybody else like her too.
Yeah, I well with the family. I think she meshed so well because she don't all her family is spread out everywhere. They either in Jamaica or all over the place. I was about to ask
that. When can we all the family just get together?
It's basically we definitely still when we when everything clear up and when Jamaica cool and everything, we want to go to Jamaica and have the actual wedding, the reception and all that. We want to invite everybody out. That's where her grandparents are, her dad, her uncles and cousins and stuff. So we want to go out there. We just want everything to cool out and then
once everything open back up.
Exactly. Fully open, no restrictions, all that, yeah.
I will be there.
Oh yeah, I know everybody, I know all y'all gonna be there.
We was ready because he was like, he came in the group and was like, we got married. What? We wasn't there.
Right, I sent y'all the pictures of the rings and shit.
Well, yeah, so we can't wait for the actual wedding because that's one trip that we all planning to do together as a family because simple fact is y'all actually out of the first cousin, because my family with my cousin, you ain't really hung out with us, but my first cousins are like my brothers and sisters, and because we was all raised together, so it was basically like first cousins. We're closer than close, and
yeah, definitely close.
So when they got married, it was just like we needed to be there. Even when Tina got married, all of us wasn't there.
Right, yeah.
So it was just like when y'all get married and the family come together, we all gonna be there. Everybody.
Oh yeah, that's how honestly I wanted it. Corona threw everything off, like for real. The plan was to tell everybody about let's go to Jamaica, plan it and everything. And then I would have probably had, we might have already been engaged or everything from the start out in Jamaica with the whole family. But, Corona just threw a wrench at everything.
Okay, so with y'all being okay, so we got to pop the question. What made y'all just say, instead of waiting to have a big family wedding, what made y'all say, let's just get married right now and then have the family wedding later? Did both of y'all agree at the same time, or was it a discussion, or how did that go?
Well, it's kind of like I was saying, her family all over the place, so it's kind of like her family is my family. It is y'all. Mm-hmm. Other than her mom, her brother, her stepdad, my family is her family. So it's kind of like, what made us do it now is just, it was just that, why wait? You feel me? It was honestly just me, like, why wait? We can always do that celebration and all that stuff later, and the reception and the formal stuff later. I'm not even a real formal person about anything, so that wasn't even a big deal to me. Honestly, it took me a while to even want to get legally married, signing paperwork and all that, because I wasn't into the formal stuff, but
Did the paper make a difference? Like, because y'all been together for 3 years. Like, I always they say once you sign that paper, it's different.
No, if it's different, I don't think it was meant to be. That's how I say it. Everybody have asked me, do you feel different? Is it different? And I straight up say no. And I don't think it should, because if it completely switched, then somebody wasn't all the way 100 from the start.
Right.
Like y'all supposed to still be cool, best friends, working, compromising, all that shit like y'all was before. It shouldn't switch. And I feel like we, now, like now it feels more official because she got my last name, all that stuff. But at the beginning, it was kind of like it still felt the same. But now, it feels good. It feels good to have my whole family got my last name. So
it actually feels good to have the marriage. That's the first time I ever heard a man say that. Like, it actually feels good to have a family that everybody has the last name.
Oh yeah, that was big to me. I'm like, I straight up said, I'm not, I'm glad that, I made the choice to have a baby with her, because I straight up said the next one I'm getting married to. Like, I ain't, I need my family to have my name, a legacy, all that good stuff.
Oh, that is
Here, I'm gonna let her come back in. I'm gonna get the baby.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go. Well, no, because they usually pop up. Let me listen to this BS. Martell, go somewhere. Somebody said Martell definitely needs.
Hey, y'all.
Keita said that because you clearly.
Okay, I'm reading the comments. Hold on. Keita, you right. Y'all, he needs to listen.
You messy, bro. Because you got bust out. Get off of here, then.
Ebony.
This the wrong show for you.
It's a part of my family.
Oh.
Yeah. True. That is. We are happy that you are a part of this family.
Well, I'm happy to be a part of your family, because like Tyler was saying, when it comes to my family out here, like, it's really just my mom, my stepdad, and my brother. That's all I really got. My aunties and all of them, they're still in Jamaica. My dad's in Jamaica. My sisters are in Jamaica. I'm really the only one that's out here.
What I want to know was, because I asked Tyler, because I didn't find out you was from Jamaica until today when me and Ebony and them was talking about y'all being on the show today. And that's why I noticed when he was like, we all going to do a official wedding in Jamaica, I was like, why Jamaica? You know what I'm saying? But now I understand. But my with your mom, are they here?
My mom is here, yes. But my dad, my biological father, is still in Jamaica.
Okay. So we all gonna travel over there when everything clear up for the wedding.
Yeah. Because right now, like, when you get there, there's like a 14-day quarantine period. I have, I speak to my relatives that are, still there.
Curfew.
I can't be gone for 14
Yeah, there's
days.
strict curfews, all of that.
Curfew.
And like, we have a little baby, he's too young. I don't want to take him out there right now. Anyways.
Okay, so now Tyler is dealing with the little baby. So we was talking about you coming in as a stepmom, even though you didn't have children. How was that for you in the beginning?
In the beginning, that was very difficult for me. Because I was definitely one of those people that said, I'm not messing with no man with kids. I don't have kids. I'm not messing with a man with kids. But
a lot of people say that. I have friends that say that.
yeah, because it's like, and I'm not, this is not how I felt, but a lot of people, they don't want to be a step parent. They don't want to parent someone else's kid. They don't want to, be someone's second. You know what I mean? Like, you're not necessarily the first person they're having a kid with. They're not experiencing all of this with you for the first time. It's not new to them, and it's new to you, and it's everything to you, and they kind of just feel like, I've done this before, but I'm happy. But that wasn't he was very happy. It wasn't anything like that, but like a lot of my friends definitely feel that way.
So would you adjust it to Tyrant? It made it easier for you to when you had your baby.
You know what? No, it was. I don't want to say it was easy from the start, but it did not take too long for me to, really adapt, really get into stepmom role. I've been a stepmom since before we were married.
Right.
And, I really genuinely loved him as my own, even before, our child was introduced.
Yeah, because you always say our kids, like when y'all
together, because that's our children, and I'm a strong believer in it doesn't matter the circumstances of children. They did not ask for anything. They didn't even choose to be born. So how can I, look myself in the mirror and be mad at a child, dislike a child, have resentment to a child, or treat them any type of way because they're born? That's not right.
Okay.
So that's how I've always felt.
I agree, because a lot of women out here do have children nowadays, and they so thirsty to be married or with somebody, they'll just take anybody into their kids' lives, even if the men don't want to be bothered with the child. And it's the other way around with men with children. Even though the woman don't want to be bothered with the child, a man sometimes feel like he lonely and he wants to have a woman, so he'll bring a woman in that don't want to be bothered with your child. You got to be careful. And
exactly. Yep.
And that's what Tyler was like. He was saying that he fell for you when you became as one with his son, and it was just like,
that's so sweet of him.
Yeah, we was in here talking, girl. I'm gonna need you to go back and look at the show when you done, so you can get everything. But he said he rode around with your ring for a long time.
Yeah, I heard him say that.
So, what made you say yes to my? Because I'm gonna do it like this. From what I know from Tyler, he's so fucking quiet. Okay, like I couldn't even picture him being the romantic, get on the knees person and say, "Will you marry me?" Like he barely talk. He barely used to talk that much. So
I bet. He has his moments. He has his romantic moments, and it was one of those where I kind of felt like, marriage was in the conversations, because that's one thing about us. We've always been able to communicate with each other. We've always talked about, our expectations and like what we want out of whatever situation, whatever's going on. So we were kind of always on the same page. So I don't want to say that I knew it was coming, but like, I know the type of person he is. I know he's, more reserved. I know there's certain things that, he doesn't expose to everybody. I know that not every, and, I knew the role that I played in his life. And especially when I, took on, I don't want to say took on the responsibility, but when we decided, okay, we're going to make this work. We're going to be a family unit. This is going to be, what's going on. I knew that it'd be coming down the line. I just wasn't sure when. And with him, it's one of those where you know what you have and you don't want to lose it. You don't want to miss your beat.
Yeah.
So, and I saw that quality in him from the very start. He's not like your typical man out here. He doesn't think like your typical man. And, some of his beliefs, the fact that he said that it feels good to have his family have his last name. You don't hear that often.
That's and so what these I are said. Things. when
Yeah,
he
so these are
said
things that
that.
I saw in him, and I was like, okay, I will be proud to call him my husband. Like that's what's gonna happen. That
You know, this is great. You know, because
You got
you
to get in the
barely
right
hear
mind
this
frame.
stuff.
My mind just
This
ain't on
is,
that yet.
and for y'all to be so young, 21 and 20, 22 and 26, it's just like,
yeah.
oh my fucking God. Okay, so Ebony is in the comments, you know,
Oh, is she?
y'all favorite person in the world. Okay.
That's I love you because
Ebony say, listen, we down to go to Jamaica to kick it. I'm ready. She
yeah,
say,
that's right.
what's not to love about Titan? That's right, babies are innocent. And did he get down on one knee? Did Tyler get down on one knee?
You know what? No, he didn't. He did not. But I didn't expect him to. He did it in his own way, and that's the
Right,
thing
that's
about
what
him. He
matters.
does things in his own way. He's his own type of man.
So what happened?
And
Y'all
so
never tell us the story.
we lived together, of course, at this
I'm
time.
nosy.
And I just had the bright idea I wanted to go for a picnic.
Love
I
picnics.
fried up some chicken. I made a salad. And we wanted to go for a picnic. It was like it was nighttime, and I had this. When I used to live with my parents, I had this spot that I would go to, in the middle of the night to smoke, to just think whatever. It was like real secluded, little pond, swans in it and whatnot. Real romantic spot. And I just randomly wanted to go there. So we had a picnic in the back of his in the back of his truck. And I normally am. And then he asked to be the DJ, and he played that "Let's Get Married" and a few other songs. And like I'm thinking to myself, like I was jamming to what I was jamming. Why he playing this? And I was pregnant at the time. So I was in my little moods. I was like, what? Why are you cutting my stuff off to play this? And then he's talking to me, and I'm eating my salad. I'm chopping at my croutons. And like he must have had the ring out for I don't know how long, and I'm just like not looking at him, but I'm listening to all this. I'm just, pregnant, like, yeah, I mean, you should feel this way, like, not thinking anything of it. And so finally, I turn around and I see him with the ring, and like, I just started crying, and it was a real beautiful moment. It was a real beautiful moment.
Oh, that is so nice. It's so sweet.
That's cute.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I'm about to tear up.
Oh. Yeah, like I said, he does things in his own way. He didn't get down on one knee, but I'll never forget that.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he said we were sitting. So in his defense, he couldn't. We were sitting in the back of the truck.
He yelled out.
It's just like you don't find too many young men that be in that mindset, And again,
yeah.
It's hard because, like you said, you was like you said, and you honest. You was like, I was a hot girl before I met him. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you got with him, it was somebody that changed you. Even though you probably at that time didn't want to be changed, but people slowly change for people and not even know that they're changing.
I agree, because like I said, I definitely said out of my mouth, like, I have no business with a man with a kid. I'm not trying to do that. And, he was just he's one of those men that you allow to lead, like he's not your
that
average
you
guy.
Want to lead you
and I felt like I may not come across that again. So
yes. And it's crazy because a lot of people say I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life, but I haven't came across anyone that I want to lead me. It's somebody that's gonna come for me that I'm gonna be like, yes,
Yeah, because that's how
I
I
will
felt.
follow
Like,
you wherever you go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just haven't met that yet, you know. So
Yeah.
by you meeting it early, and you, because I don't know, it gotta be God, because you hit him in his DM. He didn't hit you, so you picked kind of
Yeah,
wisely.
but you know what? Like, after that, it's
50-50
not
with
like
that.
it went from then to like this, like, fairy tale story. Like, we definitely we fell off. We fell off for maybe a good year or so, and like I was in,
Really?
when we act,
that.
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, and
Say
we
that.
we we fell off a couple of times, So it's and another deciding factor to stay with him, or leave him with the situation is I felt like there has been too many times where we have fallen out with each other and then found each other. So I felt like it was, we're meant to be together. We're meant to be together in some way, some shape. Because the first time we fell off, we were just young, whatever. And like during that time, like I was still dating. I was in actually, a serious relationship before we, like, maybe 2017 we reconnected and got back together. And and I was in a serious relationship where I thought that was going to be my husband, and he just somehow found his way back to my friend list. I don't know. We reconnected, broke up for another year, got back together, and then eventually married. So it's definitely not like I've known from when the first time I saw him that this was going to be my husband. This is who I was going to, have a child with, because that was my one thing too. I said, I refuse to be a baby mama. That was my one thing. I said, I'm not doing that. I don't believe in doing that. I have always felt like I wanted a family unit. And the best way to have that happen is to be with a man who wants and feels the same way. So, it was meant to be.
It's just like when you find them that young. Some people can find them that young, and it's a blessing. So let's get to. Look, I am old. What are you talking? Like, okay, so let's get to. Okay, so we did the dating part. We did the marriage part.
Yeah.
Okay, like I was talking to Tyler with the marriage part and the baby coming in. How did that affect the newlywed stage? Because a baby take a lot of attention. And men, let's go here because we women talking. Okay? Now we women talking. Men are like children sometimes when they don't get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And when kids are coming to play, men get a little antsy because you're giving more attention to the baby than them.
Yeah.
So, how is that playing for y'all now as newlyweds and having a baby at the same time?
I will say that basically I was pregnant throughout the whole beginning part, and I recently had the baby 3 months ago. So I was pregnant for a good portion. So really just us, and the baby came, and there wasn't too much of a change. There wasn't too much of a shift, but that's because I believe in, being able to be a good mother and a good wife at the same time. I believe there's a healthy balance. So I can faithfully say that there are not too many times that that a fresh baby and a fresh marriage disrupts our newlywed status, newlywed phase, or anything like that, because we both wanted to be parents. Okay. We both decided that this is what we wanted, and we decided that a long time ago together.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's especially with him. So y'all want to have a baby together. So that was already in the cards anyway. But
yeah.
then y'all want That wait, but don't you like? Didn't y'all want that like? Okay, because he said the paper didn't change anything. Y'all still the
No, no,
same
it
people.
didn't. It didn't. And that's because, and once again, this was another deciding factor. He understands me, I understand him. I can be myself, he can be himself. We have so many inside jokes, like we're good friends. And we kind of developed that friendship in the beginning of our relationship. Like there were literally times where I was moving a little too fast for him in the beginning. Maybe he, didn't want to see me felt like he didn't want to see me as frequently as I wanted to. And we kind of took a step back, worked on our friendship, and then gradually got to the point where, okay, we're spending a lot of time together. Okay, we're spending the nights together. Okay, it's assumed that these nights we're always together and this and that. So we grew a bond. So that carried on into our marriage. And it really did not change. It's really just now changing because now,
I'm sick of his shit.
My driver's license for digits is him. When we go out, it's reservations for Hawkins, not just Ty whatever and Melissa whatever. So that it's just now changing. But as far as treating each other any differently, no. I mean, we've always been romantic with each other. We've always kind of understood each other. There's really not been too much change besides sometimes there's a baby in our bed and sometimes there isn't.
That's another thing. Sex. I hate to talk about it because that's my cousin and I used to change his diapers. But is the sex better before or after marriage?
I'm gonna say after marriage, after baby, because like I said, in the beginning of our marriage, I was pregnant and I know I was like, eventually, even though it's small, eventually I got big. Eventually, my son was the majority of my body. So of course, most men don't feel too comfortable. Their son or child is there, but it's definitely better now than ever, especially because
good to know.
As you get to know each other, you get to really truly learn what each other likes and each other's love language and language in the bedroom as well. So
love language. I was about to ask you about that. Do y'all know each other love language? And did it change? Did it change with dating or getting married, or is it still the same?
It definitely changed. It definitely changed after marriage.
Okay,
it definitely did. He was. I want to say we are definitely a bit more low maintenance with each other now that we're married versus when we were dating. Because when you're dating, sometimes you need that reassurance. Sometimes there's certain things that drive you crazy because, trust may not always be there. But now we're in a position where trust is not a question. So our love language isn't the same as it was before.
You heard of trust is not a question.
It don't supposed to be.
It's never supposed to be. But a lot of people go into marriage already cheating. Yeah.
That's why I didn't get married.
Sure. Look, because I'm learning a lot, and it's crazy because I'm 41, and I didn't even know. Like, you can be this happy because a lot of things you look in from the outside in. A lot of people, even looking in from the outside, a lot of people, marriages are not okay. Even in the first year, because they say the first year is the hardest year. This is y'all first year. How is it going for y'all?
I will say it is going well. And it's going well because our priorities are, if not the same, then very similar. We have ourselves a family. We have ourselves a blended family and each other's future and our children to think about. So there isn't too much conflict between us. Like we're on the same page. We're really on the same page and we're doing the same things. We're both grinding. We're both doing what we need to do. And it really helps when you marry the right person. Like, that's very, very crucial, to marry the right person and to know who you're marrying. Because a lot of people, I hear a lot of stories when people talk about, oh, like, it doesn't matter how long you've been together. Like, someone could be dating for a year and be married for 20 years. I mean, I don't really agree with that, because if I married him in a year of knowing him, we'd be divorced. Like, I'm like, that would not, you know what I'm saying? So it's not always as difficult for everybody.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, if you can't get past the first year, is and I know y'all, because y'all had the baby in there in that year of being married. I was like, it might be, a little
well,
hectic.
And it, like, when the baby, it was, I don't want to. I'm a little dramatic sometimes, so I don't want to say that it was trying times for our relationship, but I was definitely a little crazy, but it has to be two people willing to communicate, because that's what really always saves us and always has saved us, is the way we're able to communicate with each other. Because it's not just communicating, it's effective communicating. Like, do you hear me? Do I hear you?
Right.
Do you understand where I'm coming from? Do I understand where you're coming from? If we don't, then and we've been going back and forth, talking for a while, then okay, conversation over, because you're not getting anywhere. So, we try to come to a common ground when we disagree with things, but that's just the key. Like, we talk to each other, and we know when to talk to each other, when to kind of just stop talking to each other, when to, you go to this side of the house, I go to this side of the house, and, like, by the evening, we're okay. You don't hold a grudge or nothing.
Y'all know each other. Even though he have his friends and family and you have your friends and family, y'all are best friends. And at the end of the day, y'all know everything about each other. Y'all know how each other move. Y'all know how each other,
Right.
You know when to talk to him. He knows when to talk to you. He knows, y'all know y'all limits. And I think that's a good thing for a marriage. I'm gonna say I'm very proud of you guys, because
thank you.
I'm very proud of all my family.
I was just about to say that, because don't nobody want to keep reading that.
I'm very. Let me go back to Ebony. See her there. I see Ebony there. My thing is, as by me, y'all being my little cousins, is very inspiring to see that everybody was raised like they were supposed to be raised.
Well, you know what? Sometimes,
because he's a gentleman. It was just like the story that goes into it. It was like, damn, Tyler, and it was just like, you have, even though he's young, a lot of older gentlemen should, they so busy listening to this Kevin Samuels.
But listen, I listen to Kevin Samuels as well. Yeah. And, I have my
Some of the stuff he say is right. On point.
Some things,
but some of the shit that he be spurring out, like
he be talking crazy.
Like
sometimes.
When he say a fat girl can't get a good man, like that. No.
He be wildin'.
600 pounds, like they always be married.
See, right?
Don't matter.
And be mad they say when that's they lose
love.
The weight.
They say that's real love. Feed me, daddy.
But you don't need the big house and all that stuff. Both of y'all financially stable. Both of y'all, have y'all little family. Both of y'all, long as y'all got each other and y'all family, y'all just seem so happy. And then you come around and it's just like you not even married into the family. You cousin. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's a blessing, and we are
yes,
blessed.
And you guys, all of you, each and every one of you are a blessing And I know I was hoping that Tyler mentioned it, but when you were deciding factor to get married, I will say this. Tyler, I can say Tyler is the love of my life. I absolutely love him. And when I found out about Tina's husband passing, and that they had been together for all those years and had only been married for 1 year, like that really touched me. That really made me feel like he said,
I'm
why
gonna
wait?
talk to my cousin Tina when and see if she's ready to talk about that, because I actually want to do a show with her. Because her and her husband, even though they only was married for a year, they dated since she was a child.
Right.
And they had 2 children. So when she ready to talk about that, we are gonna openly. We are gonna do a show with her on that.
I feel like I got cheated out of something. If that would happen.
Yeah, because literally,
hey baby,
her wedding, they did what they did. Tina and Darius did what y'all did. They went to the courthouse and got married. Only a few selected family members was there for witnesses, but they end up throwing a big reception, and that was my last experience with Darius. You know what I'm saying? Even though I knew him since he was a child, that was my last experience. So, when she's ready to talk about that, we are going to talk. What happened to my guest?
They Wi-Fi.
When she's ready to talk about that, we are going to bring her on the show to talk about that, because me
being me, I would feel like I got cheated.
They was young. I think when Darius passed, they was like,
if you were together with somebody for so long, then, because I feel like the marriage is the next level of the relationship. Mm-hmm. So I didn't get to experience everything over here
in the marriage,
right?
Yeah. So I think
I feel like I got cheated.
So we are gonna when she's ready to talk, we are gonna talk, because I want to talk to her about that. I don't know if she can express.
Hey guys, sorry about that.
That's okay. But I just want to let y'all know that I was in the middle of saying how I appreciate and I am proud. I always tell y'all I'm proud of y'all, all my little cousins. I'm proud and very happy for you guys, because even though y'all so mature in y'all decisions that y'all make, and it's just like, I know y'all gonna raise y'all kids to be just like that. It is just like, you don't find too many young couples in the state that y'all in. Now, let's go here. Hopefully, if I'm not too bougie for my own good later on in life, we come back. We come back in about a year or 2, and y'all still in the same state. You know what I'm saying? Because I always want to do.
I'm sure we will be
after the fact,
right?
Because I expect the honesty, because I just want to see
young and vibrant, so they still
the
grumpy stage ain't gonna come till later with them.
You think
they got too much?
Yeah, I feel like we ain't gonna get grumpy till we damn near older. It's like damn near just we know each other too well.
Right.
Because we keep it spicy. We keep it. Different.
I really want to go into that, but Tyler is my cousin.
Yeah, no, let's go. Shit.
I'm not.
So let's go. Okay, so bedroom, let's go there. Okay, because yes. Do y'all role play? Do y'all? I want to know, like, how y'all keep it spicy in this marriage.
Well, she's Jamaican, so she already spicy.
Yeah. Do you dance like that?
Yeah, no doubt about that.
I already know.
Do you do the Jamaican rolls and stuff? Like, do you do like strip teases? I want to know. I want to know.
I don't know. I mean, we have introduced toys. I mean, not the rose. I've heard some good things about the rose, but I haven't. I guess I haven't put my order in. I haven't needed to.
Yeah.
But
Don't
yeah,
let the
we've
battery
introduced
die
toys
on
into
you.
the bedroom. We do all types of stuff.
So, because a lot of men, you say you introduce toys. A lot of men don't like the toy thing. So, if you didn't have the toys in the bedroom, like what other spiciness would you bring?
Well, first of all, I feel like men who have an issue with toys or feel like a toy can replace them, that's an issue within themselves. That's real insecure, because if you ask me, like, nothing can replace a man.
Exactly.
Like, nothing can replace his warmth. Nothing can replace his aggressiveness. Like, a toy cannot choke me up. Like, a toy cannot, isn't warm, But that could never happen. And I don't know. I feel like I'm a very what's the word? Maybe sensual. I'm a very sensual person. So I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, I say we real comfortable with each other, and she she definitely know how to I don't know, get me to do things that I wouldn't usually do, like.
Really?
I don't know.
That's the end of that.
No, not too wild. You feel me? Like,
girl, I be wanting to know.
It ain't nothing crazy now, but like you feel me? Just
now his cousin is embedded in my head. Now it's making my stomach hurt.
Oh man.
Nah, we ain't doing nothing too like super wild, but you feel me? It's just, I don't know.
Oh,
nothing super wild, but
y'all don't want to hear it.
Yeah, no, yeah. He said he do things that he normally wouldn't do. You know what that means?
No, hell no. Oh, no, hold on, nah. Really, calm down. Nah, not like that. Hell no.
I'm not telling them to
we never take it there.
Specifics of what they doing. I'm just saying, like, do you have a stripper pole in the house, or do you do a
say that then?
No,
or do you change your wigs? Because I have a habit of just changing my look all the time.
You know what? I always say
I do
more
that.
Than change the wigs.
Yeah.
Want to do that. I definitely, because you could be a different person. I could be someone today, someone tomorrow. Yeah. We don't have a pole in the house, but that is definitely something that I do want. Something we've talked about.
I feel like if you plan on being together for a long time, y'all gonna have to, figure out new things and different things and just try things. And we plan on being. I'm only doing this shit one time, so
I'm only getting married one time too. It costs too much to change that name.
Right. I know that's right. Marriage one time. Well, I'm not finna. I can't help but to get married one time. I'm already halfway through my damn life. The hell?
It's over.
No, I'm not. I'm not getting married. If I get married, I'm only getting married.
Somebody died, but a divorce.
No,
shit, I ain't got.
If I get married, I'm only getting married once. I only have time for one marriage.
But see, I feel like it's too much to steady trying to. It's too much to steady trying to get to know somebody over and over again, in entire ways, and it takes some time for that.
Yeah.
That's too much, man. Yeah. I'm young and I feel like that now. I ain't trying to spend no 2-3 years trying to get to know you, and you have to live with a person for at least a year. You don't know nobody till you live with them. So I feel like it's too much to keep trying again.
You don't know nobody till you live with them.
My
so
ex,
true.
she moved within like a month. Look how that turned out.
But see, like me, back in the day, I didn't have to date. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, if I slept with you, you was my nigga. So I was always in a relationship.
That is a mistake. Right. Well, what would you do that for?
Look. That's how it was. That's how I ended up with the kids I got and the relationships I was in.
Hey, shout out Javaris.
We didn't have to.
Relationships are talking, fucking, we together.
Yeah, we didn't have to date back then. We didn't have to. We didn't have to date back then, and it's crazy now because now I don't know how to date because I never did it. You know what I'm saying? I went from one relationship to the next, and that's how it was. And now that I actually have to get out here and date, it's the hardest shit I have ever had to do in my life. Like trying to pick and choose between these motherfuckers is hard as hell.
Right? Yeah, I can imagine.
So it's harder for me to do that because I never had to do it in the 41 years I've been here. I never had to do that. So it was just like now hearing y'all's story is just like y'all dated, y'all talked, DM'd, dated, married, baby, and right now in this stage, y'all just good, and it's just like I at the age I am, I want that, but I in the era that I'm in right now, I look like I won't get it.
Nah, see, I feel like you just gotta, it's like y'all just whoever you end up with, y'all got that common connection. Like y'all just need to just like sit down and be like, hey, this what it is. We either gonna make it work. We not necessarily say get married, but we either gonna be together. We ain't like for real. Like that's why I'm glad I did it earlier because I didn't want to have to get to the point where it's like motherfucker, you doing this or you ain't. Like we had a little bit of time, so. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I'm just happy I did it.
Hopefully, I meet a man at church tomorrow.
Me too.
What kind of friend are you? I gotta meet a man at church tomorrow. I'm gonna be the new face.
That's why I said you gotta be careful. Them the worst.
These two right here.
I'm gonna be the new face of the church. I'm like, we only see you once a year. Yes, praise the Lord, amen. And I might sit next to a man that's gonna be my husband.
He's somebody else husband at the same time.
At the church?
Most people that go to church are already married.
I don't go to church.
Yeah, most of them married.
Yeah.
And they trying to step out on their wives. We do. Yeah.
See, throw me back to the wolves.
I'm trying to save you.
I thought I was.
Well, I enjoyed
I feel like
this
it's a chance for everybody. Yeah.
They gonna argue. I had to cut them. Like, I enjoyed y'all and I appreciate y'all coming on my show. Y'all very much supportive and I appreciate you.
Yeah, y'all got me thinking. Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, we appreciate you having us on here.
Thank you.
We like what you're doing. All I do is I watch podcasts and shit. So we appreciate what you're doing, having us on, and keep on going, cuz you're doing your shit.
Every set up my topic,
Yeah, that's
somebody
right, cuz you better try it.
Okay.
I'm right with you. Like, let me go back through these DMs right quick.
Oh, I can still use my inbox, can
But again, thank y'all for coming on to the show. I'm gonna have to end this a little bit. Don't be a stranger. I'm gonna revisit y'all again. So don't be like, oh, cuz we can't. I'm gonna revisit y'all again all the time. So I see y'all next week. No, they come to the graduation party. I'm gonna be with them.
What's going on next?
What's next week?
Cousins.
Wait, what's next week?
CJ graduation party. Are y'all coming?
They ain't coming, period.
Oh, we didn't know about it. Or maybe CJ.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Tyler, no.
men last minute. He's gonna tell her.
Man, last minute, he's gonna tell you the day of.
Right. Like, get dressed, babe. Let's go to this party.
I'm about to say, wait a minute, Tyler, no.
You broke up. What you say?
I was like, he gonna tell you last minute, like, get ready, we gotta go out to Lisa's house. But
yeah, I know, right? Mm-hmm.
But he knew.
That's how it works. I don't get no type of warning.
We gonna turn up at Club Elisa.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Because he couldn't get everybody tickets. So what he wanted to do, and he told Lisa this on Mother's Day, that he wanted to enjoy his graduation with his family.
Okay.
So, and you know, he going off to college to play football. So he wanted everybody to come.
Yeah.
Congrats to him.
Where he going?
He said he got 2 schools to pick from, so we don't know yet. So
Okay, he got choices. There you go.
yeah, he
cuz.
got choices. Yeah. So we all gonna go out there and celebrate, you know, him graduating high school and going into the new journey of college and football.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's big. That's real big.
So,
like
it's a
real.
fundamental time in a young boy's life.
So it's the 22nd,
Yeah.
Tyler. You already know it was in the group chat.
Yeah. I'll be popping in and out.
Yeah. So, but thank y'all again for coming on. I love y'all so much. I'm so proud of y'all. Tell my little cousins I say hi, kiss them for me, and we will revisit this again.
Thank you.
We will.
Okay, and I thank y'all. Y'all was some perfect guests, and I love it.
Thank you, cuz. Thank you.
Thank my audience for tuning
trying
in.
to do it different.
Right.
Thank my audience for tuning in again. We will not be here. Teresa, are you coming with me next weekend? Because if you're not, you can hold the show. You want to do the show?
Calendar.
Okay, so most likely we're not going to be here next weekend, audience. So next weekend is a bye week. We'll see you the week after. Yeah. We'll see you the week after. So thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of Talk is Cheap. I am your host, Kiana J. Follow me on all streaming media stations, TikTok, Facebook, everything, all Instagram, all that stuff. Follow Treese on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. I'm trying to get her on TikTok and shit. But thank y'all for tuning in.
Use it.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Thank everybody who liked my new wig. You know, I'm gonna take it off tonight. You know.
Popping.
Yeah, but and if nobody told y'all today, I'm going to tell you I love you. And never forget that. Bye. Okay, so
What time